Cavalcade of Comedy is an homage to old-time radio shows. We have recreated an evening at a radio station in 1962, complete with commercials and on-stage Foley artists. The radio station in Laguna Woods Village, KLWV, has been sold, and the format will now be all news. Everyone will be out of a job. This is their final performance in front of a live studio audience. The shows are spoofs of television shows rather than traditional radio shows. The station manager and announcer weave the story with their commentary.
So, is it true that we've actually been bought out by that radio conglomerate, Engulf and Devour?
Yes.
And they're actually changing the format to all news?
Yes, Mark. Our days are numbered. This will be our final broadcast. Radio as we know it will never be the same. Everyone's watching that idiot box now.
It's hard to believe all news all the time. I mean, pretty soon they're going to start broadcasting the weather all the time. I mean, who would listen to that?
Oh, yeah. And then just a history channel.
Yeah, and just a channel that airs only cooking shows.
All sports.
Gardening.
And someday, even a shopping-only station.
How is that gonna work? I mean, what do? People order stuff from the station and they have it delivered to their home? Well, then there wouldn't be a need for department stores anymore.
Right, like that will ever happen.
Yeah, no way.
But the really talented people, the singers, comedians, soap opera stars, their history.
Oh, man. So anyway, when are you going to tell them, boss?
I don't have the heart to tell them until the final show wraps. But hey, they'll find work. It's 1962. Radio isn't dead, right?
Oh, right.
Okay, Mark, time for you to announce Saint Nowhere for the last time.
And now it's time for Saint Nowhere, your favorite hospital drama, brought to you by the makers of Winston cigarettes. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend Winston because...
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
Good evening. I am Dr. Dirk Handsome, Chief Resident of St. Nowhere. Never heard of us? Be surprising if you had. We don't actually have our own show. Rather, we are fictitious radio doctors who treat stars when they are ill. Now, I'm late. Follow me. Nurse Wretched, where is my next patient? I have a very busy day and I need time to work out and comb my hair.
Oh, Dr. Dirk Handsome. I see you're back from vacation. Is there anything at all you need right now? I mean, anything at all?
Nurse Wretched, are you coming on to me because I am the most handsome doctor in all of Radioland?
No, not at all. It's your skill as a doctor that excites me. Although, you're not the sharpest scalpel on the surgical tray.
Well, either way, or is it either way? Never can get that right. Never mind, you are just too plain for a man like me.
Well, I never.
Exactly.
Bet you're after Meredith Grey. After she ditched McDreamy, all the doctors were after her. But I digress. Please go see your first patient in room 507-642A and meet your new intern, Dr. Spock. By the way, are you the baby doctor, Dr. Spock?
Live long and prosper. Does that answer your question? The other guy is Benny Spock, who wrote that stupid, illogical baby book that gave us a generation of wussies.
What kind of a doctor are you?
In a galaxy far, far away, I was once chief resident. But since landing on Earth, I must succumb to your backward testing. A mind meld works wonders most of the time.
Hello, Mrs. Bunker. I am Dr. Dirk Handsome. I see on your chart that you're having a problem with your heart. Let me take a listen, if you don't mind.
Of course I don't mind. Why would I mind a handsome doctor examining me? Archie said that I repeat everything, so maybe that's the problem with my heart also.
Captain Kirk had the same problem, except his heart murmured, I am the greatest captain in all the land.
Really, Spock? What do you have to offer to the diagnosis?
Okay, let me try again. Yes, Mrs. Bunker, you do have a heart murmur, but so do many humans. In fact, I've heard some humans have no heart at all.
But Archie says...
Archie is not a doctor. In fact, he's not a nice man either. Or is it either? I saw him berating a woman breastfeeding her baby in a waiting room.
Ooh, he likes breasts, but not on mothers and not in public. That's a no-no for Archie. I had to nurse Gloria in the bathroom so he couldn't see.
Captain Kirk had the same problem.
What? Dr. Spock, perhaps you're in the wrong place at the moment. Maybe you should get back to the Enterprise where you can take care of your precious Captain Kirk.
Do you think I like him? Constantly telling me what to do, leaving the set for his commercials. And have you ever heard him sing? Oh.
Okay, well, if that's how you feel, let's go see the next patient. And no more talk of Captain Kirk. By the way, do you even have a medical degree?
Of course I do. It's from Vulcan University. I majored in vaporizing. You know, making people appear and disappear. Watch out.
I have no time for this idiocy. Let's go.
What kind of idiocy do you have time for?
Hello, Mr. Kirk.
That's Captain Kirk to you.
James, my long-lost captain. How incredibly wonderful to see you again. And what might be the problem we can help you with today?
Don't bother, Spock. I heard what you said about me.
How could you hear? We weren't even near your room.
I got the script, same as everyone else.
Oh, crap.
Nurse Wretched, what seems to be the problem?
Captain Kirk is complaining that his ego has been bruised.
Well, can you explain how that happened?
I went to an expo where the stars meet and greet their fans, and no one asked for my autograph.
Well, that's a shame, but hardly a medical condition.
That's not all. I got a hernia from carrying it around.
Carrying what?
My ego.
Dr. Spock, please get Captain Kirk a blankie, a teddy bear, some warm milk, and a kick in the ass. I have more important patients that need my attention. Don't come here with this silliness.
What kind of silliness? Oh, never mind.
Your next patient is Sally Field. She thinks she's the flying nun again. Then sometimes it's Gidget, and she's asking for someone named Moondoggy. Perhaps that movie Sybil really messed her up.
Hello, Sally. Gidget? Sybil. Flying nun. What seems to be the problem?
Well, first of all, do you like me? Do you really like me?
Sure. Now, what's the problem?
Well, I just get confused as to who I am. I've played so many personalities. Lately, I'm just not myself, whoever that is. Shut up, Sybil.
No, Gidget. You shut up.
Now, girls, play nice.
Sister, why don't you just fly away?
Oh, I'm so exhausted.
Look, why don't you just pick one personality until the next movie comes along? Pick one you like so you'll be happy and let the rest go.
Well, I could do that, but I really wouldn't know where to start. They all have their good traits. Sybil has many. Oh, can it, Syb? I'm so tired of hearing from all of you.
No, you can't, you silly beach bunny.
Girls, please be polite.
Sister, get thee to a nunnery.
How would you like to be Lieutenant Uhura? She's a very interesting character on Star Trek. And you could be a lieutenant. Wouldn't that be fun?
Who is this guy with the pointy ears? I think I just like some really good meds so I can go home and figure it out for myself.
Fine. Nurse, give her this bottle of pills so she can sleep. Perchance to dream. Oh, sorry, I never got a chance to do Shakespeare.
Dr. Handsome, I know you said I'm a little plain for you, but I'm very sexually adventurous. Does that get me any points with you? I can cook too.
I may come by for dinner and allow you to touch my body. Don't expect anything more.
Oh, that would be great. When would you come by?
When hell freezes over.
Now you've done it. I'm pretty angry right now, and bad things can happen when I get hangry. Remember Linda Blair in The Exorcist? You don't want to see my head spin around.
Nonsense. Let's proceed. I want to go back to Mrs. Bunker. She'll need some medication for her heart. Prepare a syringe with 40 milligrams of Digitalis.
Right away. We'll just see how handsome you are when I get through with you. Mrs. Bunker, Dr. H has prescribed some medication which will help your heart murmur and bring it down to a whisper. It'll just take a minute to work.
What's the fuss all about? What'd you do to my wife? Whoa, what'd you do to my wife?
What seems to be the problem? I prescribed medicine for her heart murmur. I don't understand what happened.
I gave her what you said, LSD.
What? I never told you to do that.
Mr. Bunker, I only did what the doctor said. I told you bad things happen when I get angry.
Well, stop it right away. Damn it, nurse. Make sure she doesn't go anywhere until it wears off.
Whoa, baby! I see lights and heaven. Anyone have some hash or a joint? Oh, Archie, let's go up on the roof. I think I can fly. Tell Gloria and Meathead their mother is cool now.
Eat it, stifle yourself, and get back in bed. Why is the dingbat flying like a banshee?
I didn't appreciate that. I'll have your cap, nurse, if you pull anything like this again.
Sorry. I just made fresh coffee. Why don't you have some?
Well, that's more like it. Good coffee.
Dr. Handsome, my goodness, what's happening to you?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel dizzy. My vision's blurry. My hair's falling out. What's happening to me? I'm nauseous. Nurse Russian, what did you do? I'm choking. I can't breathe.
Too plain, huh? Spock, would you care to make out with me in the supply closet?
Oh, yes. Can I show you the Vulcan way?
I'm game. What is it?
Well, first you stand on your head, and then...
Folks, that was Saint Nowhere, written and directed by Estelle D'Annunzio. And as Nurse Wretched, we had Linda Kolste, Steve O'Hall as Dr. Spock, Lou Reinitz as Captain Kirk, Barbara Tell as Edith Bunker, Erwin Rosenfeld as Archie Bunker, and Diane Matanti as Sally Field. Now, stay tuned to your favorite police drama, Dragnet.
Hey, Mark. I've always wanted to be on the air. This is my last chance. You know, I have a funny bit I've been dying to do, and we're going to be fired anyway.
True. Well, you're the boss, Heather. Take it away.
Okay. Breaking news. Today, we are honoring one of the great celebrities of our time, the Pillsbury Doughboy. His demise was caused from overbaking and complications of a yeast infection from several pokes to the belly. Some of the celebrities attending were Betty Crocker, Hungry Jack, and Aunt Jemima. He is survived by his wife, Play-Doh, his 3 children, Jane Doe, John Doe, and little Dosey Doe. Plus, they had one in the oven. This message has been brought to you from the Rigor and Mortis Mortuary, located on El Toro Road, just outside of Gate 1 of Laguna Woods Village. Come in for a free consultation, and we promise we won't stiff you.
And now, Dragnet. The documented drama of an actual crime, from beginning to end, from crime to punishment. Dragnet is the story of our police force in action. The story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent. For example, Kris Kringle is now Santa Claus.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. The city sidewalks were busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. And in the air, there was a feeling of Christmas. The last thing on anybody's mind was being picked up on a 409-6325-096704, not believing in Santa Claus. That's where I come in. I'm a policeman. I wear a badge. Wednesday, December the 24th, Christmas Eve, 4:35 p.m. I was working a holiday watch out of homicide with my partner. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, the only thing stirring were me at my paperwork, my partner at his typewriter, the chief arguing about working on a holiday, and a mouse. The chief is Captain Kellogg. My partner is Frank Jones. My name's Friday.
Hang up your stocking yet, Joe?
Yeah, just before I came down. You too, Frank?
Always do. Hung it up early in case I have to work late tonight. Wouldn't want to miss out when Santa Claus comes, you know.
No, sure wouldn't. Be a shame.
What you gonna do tomorrow, Joe? What you gonna do on Christmas? You got any plans?
Nothing much.
Why don't you stop by the house, Joe? We're gonna have a Christmas dinner. You know, all the trimmings.
Uh-huh.
Turkey, celery, stuffing, oysters, maybe chestnuts.
Uh-huh.
All the trimmings, cranberry sauce. Oh, love to have you.
Uh-huh.
The missus always fixes a plate of relish with them little carrot sticks. You know, olives, pickles, scallions. Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. Have you ever noticed that, Joe?
Ever notice what, Frank?
How most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
Uh-huh. Scallions.
Anytime after 2, Joe. Love to have you.
Uh-huh. Well, I'll see.
The missus. Oh, she always fixes a plate of relish with them carrot sticks. You know, them little carrot sticks.
Uh-huh.
Olives, pickles, scallions.
Uh-huh. Let's not go through that again.
Love to have you. Go through what again, Joe?
How most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
Oh. You noticed that too, Joe, huh?
Homicide, Friday. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What's the matter, Joe? What's the matter, Joe?
They're bringing a guy in on a 409-6325-096704.
You mean?
Yeah. Guy don't believe in scallions. I mean Santa Claus. $6:29 p.m. We question Grudge, a gal who didn't believe in Santa Claus. Says here your name's Grudge, is that right?
Yeah.
Says you don't believe in Santa Claus.
It's hard to believe what you said. Did you really say that?
Sure, I said it. How do you know there's a Santa Claus? You got a picture of him?
No mugshot.
Any fingerprints?
No leaving prints. I just know, that's all. It's like saying there isn't an Easter bunny.
That's another guy there ain't no proof of.
Uh-huh, watch your story, sister.
Joe, she just said that to make me feel bad, didn't she? I mean, there really is an Easter bunny. Isn't there, Joe?
Listen, Grudge, didn't I pick you up 3 years ago in a 1492 for not believing in Columbus?
Yeah, and I don't believe in Cleveland or Cincinnati either.
How about Toledo?
I ain't made up my mind yet about Toledo.
Okay, sister, I get the picture now. You don't believe in nothing, do you?
Nothing. And do you want to know something else?
What's that?
I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk right out of this room because you guys ain't got nothing on me. There ain't no law against not believing in Santa Claus.
There is in my book. Let me tell you something, Grudge. I'm going to prove there's a Santa Claus if it takes me all night.
Oh, boy. The police department's got nothing better to do.
Let me straighten you out. This one's on Frank and me, right, Frank? Right, Frank?
There really is an Easter bunny, isn't there, Joe? You know, hippity hopping down the bunny trail.
I took Grudge over to the helicopter, got in, flew around the city for hours. I showed her department stores. What's hurrying in out of those department stores, Grudge?
Happy people, but I ain't impressed.
I showed her stockings. How are those stockings hung, Grudge?
by the chimney with care, but I didn't hang none up.
I showed her children, nestled, all snug in their beds. What's dancing in their heads, Grudge?
Visions of sugar plums, but you ain't selling me. There ain't no Santa Claus.
She still didn't believe it. There was only one thing left to do. My job, get to the North Pole. 11:45 p.m. We arrive at the North Pole. I set the chopper down, and we walked over to Santa's workshop and rang the bell. Pardon me, can I ask you a few questions?
Why, sure. Just tickle me to death.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a brownie.
What are you doing at the North Pole with a southern accent?
Well, the boss sort of ran out of help last year, so we had to recruit a few of us brownies from the South Pole.
Uh-huh, that figures.
Oh, jeez. What a waste of time.
Could we talk to your boss, please?
Oh, he's out. You would come the one night of the year that he's out all the whole year.
Uh-huh. What's your particular job, Miss Brownie?
Well, my boss has 8 tiny reindeer, and I get to feed them.
Yes, ma'am. What do you feed them?
Well, most times I fix up a little old plate of relish, olive, pickles, and carrot sticks.
Uh-huh.
You know those little carrot sticks?
Uh-huh.
And scallions.
Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
How'd you know?
Just a stab in the dark, ma'am. The brownie showed us through the workshop.
My boss will be back for the second load pretty soon. Say, would you all like to hear an interesting story?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you see that huge pile of presents over there?
Uh-huh.
Man, look at all that stuff.
Well, would you believe it? They're all for the same person. And they've just been piling up year after year after year.
Why didn't the guy get them?
Yeah, why?
'Cause he didn't believe in my boss. And you know the rules.
Uh-huh. We know.
I don't suppose there's any chance that
To
this
get
guy...
the presents? Oh, sure. He gets them all the minute he believes, but I don't suppose he ever will.
Too bad about that guy. What's his name?
Don't say it. Don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
Come on, Miss Brownie. What's his name?
His name, Grudge.
The brownies saw us to the door and wished us a Merry Christmas. We're headed back to the chopper. Then it happened.
Hey,
Yeah, Grudge.
you know that guy I said I didn't believe in?
Who's that?
Santa Claus?
Yes, ma'am?
Do you think I'm too old to change my mind?
You're never too old, Grudge.
Well, then, I believe. I believe in Santa Claus and Columbus.
How about Cleveland and Cincinnati and the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, them too.
And Toledo?
I still ain't made up my mind about Toledo.
Look, Grudge, up in the sky.
It's Santa Claus.
He's coming back for a second load.
Oh my gosh, it's Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus.
There's the only guy I know who can make everybody happy in one night.
Yeah, he must have the biggest heart in the whole world.
That's about the size of it.
The story you have just heard is real. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent. Not believing in Santa Claus is punishable by a term of no less than 5 years or no more than 50 years of not receiving presents. That was Dragnet, directed by Sandy O'Connor. Starring Bob Powell as Joe Friday. David Mitchell as Frank Jones. Victoria Abear as Grudge. And Sybil Woodhouse as the Brownie. Thank you. Now stay tuned. Now stay tuned for Star Trek, The Wrath of Carbs. Brought to you by Maidenform, the very uplifting bra that helps make all your dreams come true. But don't just take it from us. As Lieutenant Uhura says,
I dreamed I defied gravity in my size double D Maidenform bra.
And now, the adventures of the Starship Enterprise. Their 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek new life and new civilizations, and boldly go where no man has gone before.
Captain's log, stardate 4639.2. Our position, orbiting planet M113, also known as Earth. It's been 6 months since the Enterprise has been decommissioned and sold to a restaurant chain called Carbonata as a revolving theme restaurant. The adjustment has been difficult for my crew, but they have performed with efficiency, eagerly embracing their new mission of people-pleasing. However, dealing with cranky customers is at times harder than dealing with Klingons, Vulcans, and Romulans. Customers mistakenly think it's a Mexican-themed restaurant, Carbonata, but it's actually a low-carb restaurant for fans of the keto diet. This causes problems of great magnitude. How are things going today, Mr. Spock?
Unless I'm mistaken, Captain, Lieutenant Uhura is having a problem with that customer over there at table 4. She appears to be quite unhappy.
That seems to be an understatement, Mr. Spock. But don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Be careful, Jim. It looks like a dangerous situation.
We've been in tougher jams before, Bones. Remember that big party for those cheapskate Klingons? You know, the ones that didn't leave the tip.
What unearthly cheapskates. They really cling on to every penny.
Goodness great. That was a terrible pun, Bones.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a medic, not a comic.
Good evening, madam. I'm the captain, manager of this establishment. I understand you're having some trouble with your order?
That's an odd outfit you're wearing. Are those pajamas?
No, ma'am. This is a regulation Starfleet uniform.
Well, I ordered the Romulan, which is supposed to come with salsa and chips. And she brought 2 orders. And these are not even chips.
What seems to be the problem, Uhura?
Sir, I can't seem to break the habit of repeating things. And the orders always come out double.
See, I just don't get that. What is she talking about?
Well, before this bucket was decommissioned, Uhura was the communications officer. So if we wanted to ask the computer something, we asked her to ask the computer. When the computer answered, she repeated it back to us.
That's about the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Well, it may sound dumb to you, but it was my job and I was very, very good at it.
Take a chill pill. I get it. I have a dumb job too. I'm a sign spinner for Chick-fil-A.
I can't believe you're wearing a chicken suit and calling my outfit ridiculous. But actually, ma'am, we are a no-carb restaurant. No high-carb foods like tortillas. So we deep fry radishes as a substitute.
Carbonada is a Mexican restaurant?
Computer. Is Carbonada a Mexican restaurant?
Carbonada is not a Mexican restaurant.
Carbonada is not a Mexican restaurant.
I think we need a second opinion on this. Dr. McCoy?
I warned you, Jim. What seems to be the problem?
This young chick, woman, insists that this is a Mexican restaurant and our chips should be made of tortillas.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a chef.
Captain, he's a doctor, not a chef.
I guess you did it again. Okay, but we need an opinion. Are these or are they not chips? Spock.
Yes, Captain, I heard. Technically, because they are fried and served with salsa, and because we say they are chips, they are in fact chips. However, she believes they should be made of tortillas and not a low-carbohydrate vegetable.
Oh, just smother them in cheese and serve them with guacamole and sour cream. We'll call it a keto burrito.
Actually, it sounds delicious, but fattening. Thank you, doctor.
Aurora, I'll take care of this for you. And ma'am, for dessert, why don't you try our Beam Me Up biscotti? It's out of this world.
Is it really that good?
It's guaranteed to make you beam.
Well, what's the price of the Beam Me Up biscotti?
Well, it's on the house because you're such a hottie. Kirk the kitchen, one Romulan, smothered and covered with a side of guac and sour.
One Romulan covered.
Shut up! Oh, are you enjoying your meal? Is everything good? Good? Tasting good?
That was a close one, Captain.
Captain, the microwaves are all broken and we can't cook the food. This is a disaster. We'll have to close the restaurant.
Mr. Scott, the microwaves are down. The orders are backing up and the customers are getting angry. Solution?
I've checked the barium spheres and they're fully charged. I've done emergency. I've tried everything, Captain.
Okay, Scotty. Okay, Scotty, keep trying. We can't lose this gig. If this restaurant closes, how can I keep up payments on my beach house in Malibu? Kirk out. There's got to be a way. Does anyone have an idea?
Hi, I know I'm just new here, but could you just unplug it and plug it back in? Have you tried that?
Corporal, are you serious? That is the most absurd idea I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, I'm such a big dumb idiot.
Taylor, wait. I cannot believe you just did that, Mr. Spock.
Who are they, and what was that?
According to the crew log, Captain, they just graduated from a small, expensive Starfleet Academy in Newport Beach.
You know, my gut tells me they're just rich white kids who, for the first time, are experiencing a world that doesn't revolve around them.
Scotty!
Scott here, Captain.
What's going on? We've stopped revolving.
I don't know, Captain. The controls are set on full rotate. But I didn't think she can take any more. She'll shake apart.
Mr. Scott, this is a revolving restaurant. I'm responsible for the dining enjoyment of 150 patients who came here for the view, and I will not compromise quality. Kirk, out.
Captain, our sensors show an unidentified life form headed this way. Perhaps that's the reason we're having this difficulty.
Excuse me?
Riley, don't.
No, they were wrong. Taylor needs to speak her truth. She is too polite and too awesome to say it. So I will. I think you owe her an apology.
I don't owe her a thing. We're dealing with a life and death emergency.
Stop gaslighting me.
Taylor, stop.
What's going on with your friend?
Taylor is dealing with a lot right now. You have no idea.
A lot? Is it worse than losing power and being invaded by an alien species? Maybe even Klingons?
Yes. Her parents might be selling her childhood home in Beverly Hills, 90210.
Kirk! I have waited for my revenge for 25 years.
Carb!
Yes. It is I, your greatest foe. And I have come with the carb inspector. He is here to assure that you are serving 70% of your meals with carbohydrates in accordance with the U.S. food pyramid. Healthy food. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have good food to eat. Oh yes, lots of carbohydrates, healthy grains, fruits, starchy vegetables, tortillas.
But our 5-year mission is low carb and high fat. The Federation guidelines state that.
Here is the carb inspector, dressed in fine Corinthian leather.
Carb. I found only meat, eggs, and butter, and no tortillas. Captain Kirk, I'm going to have to close you down.
He's got us, Jim.
Maybe. Maybe not, Bones. Spock, do you have any money?
A few dollars, Jim, but why?
Just give it to me. I appreciate you bringing these problems to my attention. Maybe we can take care of them right away. Computer, order some fresh fruit, potatoes, and oh yes, tortillas.
Computer.
Fresh fruit. Well, seeing as this is your first offense, and that you're willing to rectify the situation, I don't see why we can't just let it go.
Oh, Kirk, you may have won this time, but I will be back. And the next time, you will be destroyed. Chapter 11. Inspector, come and see.
So, Corb promises to destroy us. Such wrath. He's foaming at the mouth. He's worked himself into a fine Corinthian lather. Captain, it seems quite illogical that Corb was betrayed by the very inspector he recruited to defeat you.
Never underestimate the power of human greed, Spock.
What he means, Spock, is that sometimes your vaunted Vulcan logic fails you.
If I were human, I believe I would say, go to hell, Doctor.
Oh, what?
Mr. Spock, I believe you're getting more human all the time. Mr. Scott, engage. Full revolve.
Star Trek was directed by Roxanne Kind and assistant director Peggy Edwards, and starred Bob Matanti as Captain Kirk, Bill Kish as Spock, Joseph Meyer as Dr. McCoy, Sybil Moore as Lieutenant Uhura, Robin LaValle as Scotty, Caroline Lee as the customer, Lou Reinitz as Carb, Arlene Block as the inspector, Maria Bishop as Riley, and Reggie Douglas as Taylor. And don't forget, Star Trek was brought to you by the Maidenform Bra Company. Dream big. And also our alternate sponsor, Brill Cream. A little dab will do ya.
Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream. Brill cream, a little dab will do ya. Use more, only if you dare. But watch out, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair.
And also, Preparation H. Yes, our sponsors have you covered from top to bottom.
Mark, I think we have a problem.
What?
The cast has been drinking some of the samples that the new sponsor sent over.
Oh, no. That's ridiculous. Well, who's the new sponsor? Royal Crown Cola, I hope. I love the Grape Knee-High and an RC Cola with a moon pie.
I wish, but no. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
What? Oy vey. Let's just run a commercial, huh?
What'll you have? Pabst Blue Ribbon.
What'll you have?
Pabst Blue Ribbon. What'll you have? Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Smoother, smoother, smoother flavor. Zest and sparkle, millions favor. Taste that smoother, smoother flavor.
Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Winston cigarettes. 4 out of 5 doctors recommend them. And now it's time for America's favorite family, All in the Family, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played,
Songs that made the hit parade.
guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew where you were then.
Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare state.
Everybody pulled their weight.
Gee, our old LaSalle ran great. Those were the days.
So good.
Hi, Ma. What are you doing here?
I'm setting the table.
You're setting it wrong. Fork goes here. Knife goes here. What's on your mind?
Archie, he's having a fit. He don't want my cousin Estelle and Ralph coming to visit us next week, and I already asked them.
Ma, what are you going to do?
I wrote him a letter, and I said that the furnace broke down.
Ma, how can you lie like that?
She told me to. But I tore the letter up.
It isn't fair. Estelle's your favorite cousin. You should have an equal say.
Well, I can't, because Archie already said, case closed.
Ma, you can't keep things bottled up inside. You gotta get them out. Michael and I have been learning this new thing psychologists call fair fighting. Michael brought home a book on it.
Fair fighting?
I'm home.
Oh, hi, Mike. We was talking about fair fighting.
Oh, yeah, Ma. Once you start a fight, you have to finish it. And one of the main rules of fair fighting is no hitting below the belt. You see, we all have weak spots. And when we say mean things, then the other person can cry, foul, foul, that's hitting below the belt.
Yes, and when we follow the rules and have a fair fight, we're closer than we used to be.
Yeah, and this can work for you and Archie, Ma. You'll see. Don't be afraid to fight for what you want.
Whoop-de-doo, whip-de-doo. Wait till you hear what happened on the subway to me today.
That's wonderful.
Well, hold it. What's wonderful?
Whatever happened?
How do you know what's wonderful until I tell you what happened? Why couldn't you wait?
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
I found a $20 bill.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, ain't it wonderful now that you waited, huh? I looked down on the floor, Edith, and there it was.
And you picked it up?
No. I put my foot on it until it was time to get off the subway, and then I picked it up.
Didn't you ask nobody if they lost it?
You never talk to people on the subway. Not when you're carrying this kind of dough.
I'm glad you're feeling so good, because I got something to tell you.
Go ahead.
Do you remember the letter you told me to write to my cousin Estelle to tell her not to come?
Yeah, what about it?
I never sent it.
No problem. Tonight I'm feeling so good. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into the kitchen and get my own beer. For me, myself. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo.
It worked.
Wait a minute. There's something wrong here. The guy who put his foot on the subway and that $20 bill, that's Archie. But that guy who whoop-de-dooed into the kitchen, that's somebody else.
Oh, maybe he didn't hear me. Maybe I better go tell him again.
No, Ma. Why push your good luck? That good mood he's in from finding the money could wear off at any time.
Yeah, $20 doesn't go nearly as far as it used to.
I better make sure. Archie, did you hear in there what I said about Cousin Estelle?
Yeah, you said you didn't send her that letter. Well, fine.
Oh, I am so glad to hear you say that,
Because letters can get lost in the mail. What I think you ought to do is get on the phone to your cousin Bimbo and her husband and tell them that they can't come here.
I was wrong. That's Archie.
Kids, what do I do now?
No gunny sacking. Fair fight. Do it.
Archie.
Yeah? I don't want to call Philadelphia.
Don't worry about it. Just reverse the charges. They can afford it. Her husband's an animal doctor.
No, I mean, I refuse to call Estelle.
What are you two clapping about? What the hell's going on here? Run those words past me again?
I ain't gonna call Estelle, and I ain't gonna write her either. Case closed.
I'm the only one who closes cases around here. Now stop acting like a dingbat. I'm over here. You're over there. Hold it. Are them two putting you up to some type of gag?
No, Archie. I just think we should try something new.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fair fight we're going to have.
We ain't gonna have no fight.
Yeah, we are.
No, we ain't.
Yes, we are.
Why are we gonna have a fight?
So we can be closer than ever and stay happily married.
Jeez, are you going through the change again?
Will Archie go along with fair fighting? Will Edith give in, call her cousin Estelle and tell her not to come? Will Gloria and Meathead ever move out? Stay tuned for the conclusion of All in the Family. But first, a word from our alternate sponsor, Chevrolet. From the Biscayne to the Impala, the Corvette to the Corvair. Buy a Chevy and see the USA in your Chevrolet.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
And now, back to All in the Family.
Oh, there you are, Arch. You're hiding in the kitchen again like you always do. You can't run away from a problem, Archie.
You're the best proof of that.
You're hiding in the kitchen, escaping into the safety of the kitchen like a little baby trying to return to the womb.
No sex while I'm eating here.
Why don't you at least listen to Ma's side?
She wants to say that? Why don't you write to Dear Abby? I'll read about it in the newspaper.
You're afraid she might be right. That's it, Archie. You can't accept anything new like fair fighting. There's a technical term for men like you.
And there's a technical term for guys like you.
That's your answer to everything, the raspberry. You have a total inability to face reality, so you give it the raspberry.
You got a point.
Archie, you cannot run away from your problems.
I wish to hell you'd run away from home. That call for me?
No, Cousin Estelle. She called to say they can't make it next week.
Oh, gee, what a shame. To what do we owe this misfortunate streak of luck?
Well, they're very busy. They have a lot of sick animals to look after.
That's what they ought to do. Stay there. When a dog's throwing up, he wants to know his doctor's in town.
If Estelle can't make it, then I guess you're off the hook, Ma. So forget it.
That's right. Forget about it. And stop steaming your mother up over nothing.
Nothing?
That's right, nothing.
What you think is nothing may be something to me. Just like when something is nothing to me, it may be something to you. Only I would never say to you it's nothing, because it's something to you.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
I just said that you ought to respect my feelings sometimes, Archie.
I always respect your feelings. Now sit the hell down.
No, I'm not going to sit down just because you tell me to sit down.
Well, as long as you're up there on your feet, what do you think about getting me a beer?
No, I'm not going to get you a beer just because you tell me to get you a beer.
Okay, what do you think about shutting up?
No, I ain't going to shut up. I got a right to talk just like everybody else.
You're going to do what I tell you to do, or else.
Or else what?
I'll go to Kelsey's.
No.
Yeah, I'll go to Kelsey's. Look at this. She's coming after me now.
Let's finish the fight.
I'm getting away from you, Edith.
Oh, no, you can't.
Oh, yeah, and when I come back from Kelsey's, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sleep on the sofa over there.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you ain't.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you ain't.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you ain't.
Why ain't I?
'Cause I'm going to sleep on the couch.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Edith, you got a deal.
Archie!
You got a deal. You got a deal.
Ma, why didn't you let Daddy sleep on the couch?
'Cause I was trying to stand up to him like you told me. I guess I better go and get some sheets and a blanket. I can't back down now.
I don't think Archie's coming back from Kelsey's anytime soon. All in the Family was directed by Ellie Izzo. And starred Erwin Rosenfeld as Archie, Barb Torino as Edith, Steve O'Hall as Michael, the meathead, and Carol Altimus as Gloria.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
I just got a call from CBS Television.
Yeah?
They want to try someone to go up against the Huntley and Brinkley report on the evening news. Guess Walter Cronkite isn't available. But they love your voice.
Yeah?
And they think you'd look great on television. Are you interested?
Well, let me think about it. When do I start?
Tomorrow.
Ah.
And they want to pick up tonight's shows. Our stars all look so good.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the actors who have a face just for radio. And they want me as a producer.
Wow, well, that's great news, Heather. So, when are you going to tell them, boss?
We have that big farewell party tonight. I'll tell them then.
Okay.
Mark, you're on.
Oh, well, our final show of the evening is sponsored by IPANA. Here's Bucky Beaver to tell you all about the new, improved, mint-flavored IPANA toothpaste.
IPANA presents Bucky Beaver Space Guard.
Brusha, 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 here's the new IPANA with some brand new flavor. It's dandy for your teeth.
IPANA toothpaste. And now, your favorite soap opera, As the Stomach Turns. And now it's time for As the Stomach Turns. When last we left Canoga Falls, Marion was in the midst of a particularly eventful day. She was returning from a funeral and a wedding.
Oh, my goodness. What a happy, sad day. Here I was, maid of honor and pallbearer, all in the same morning. Oh, but it was so lucky and exciting for me to catch the bouquet. Look, the bride's initials are on it. R.I.P. And what a thoughtful gesture for dear, poor old Mr. Marlowe to donate his body to science. I think I'll do that. Hello, is this the Masters and Johnson's sex clinic? Oh, this is Marion. I would like to donate my body. Hello? Hello? Oh, they hung up. You know, this just hasn't been my day. I wonder what's in store for me next. I said, I wonder what's in store for me next. I said, I wonder what's in store for me next. I'll get it. Why, it's Don Provolone, the godfather of Canoga Falls. What are you doing here, and what do you want?
I come for the usual. I come for to blackmail you.
Again. Aren't you ashamed of being a blackmailer and an extortionist?
Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, I gotta be me. You get the picture?
No, but I'll bet you have.
Yes, I do, sweetheart. Here it is, your latest blackmail photo.
Why, it's a picture of me and Milo Farkas, the town acrobat.
Which one is you?
Milo Farkas is the one on the chandelier.
That picture will cost you 10 grand, sweetheart.
$10,000?
That's right. There's inflation now. It costs me more to run my business. You know what it costs for brass knuckles? You know what cement costs? You know how much bullets cost? If you want the picture, it'll cost you 10 big ones.
Oh, I would so like to have that photograph for my memory book, Godfather. But I don't have $10,000. Why, all I have left in my little piggy bank is $5,000.
I told ya, the price is 10.
Godfather, over the years I've been such a good blackmail customer of yours. Couldn't you just, in this case, make an exception? Just this one time? Frequent flyer discount? Does that mean a no?
You got 5 minutes to raise 10 grand, sweetheart. I gotta go now. I gotta see a man about a horse.
Oh, he has such a nice laugh. Oh, it's times like these when I wish someone were here to help me. Someone to share my financial burden. Someone that belongs to me, from my family. Someone really caring. Someone really caring. Someone really caring. I'll get it. Why, it's a young stranger.
Don't you recognize me?
I'm not sure. Let me guess.
I'm your child.
Oh, my long-lost daughter?
No, Mother. I'm your son, Alvin, who ran away from home to become a female impersonator.
You mean?
Yes, Mom. I've looked at love from both sides now.
Well, dear, how's the impersonation business going? And have you fooled anyone?
Well, I have to be going now, Mom.
Wait. Alvin. Why don't you stay here with me, darling? You can have your old room back upstairs. It's just as you left it, dear, with all of your dresses and cigars.
You really mean it, Mom? You're not ashamed of...
Oh, no. I'm not ashamed of you. I want you to stay here, dear. That room is yours for $5,000 in advance.
I don't have any money.
Goodbye, stranger. Oh, dear, what shall I do? I do need some money. Oh, if only I had a chicken suit, I could go on Let's Make a Deal. Why, it sounds like the doorbell. I said it sounds like the doorbell. I'll get it. Why, it's Donna Davenport, Canoga Falls' leading interior decorator, whose work is known in every bedroom in town.
The secret to a colorful and exciting bed lies in the sheets.
I've always said that. Come in.
I just saw Alvin leaving. Is he still living here?
How did you know that was Alvin?
Oh, I see him perform every Friday night at the Canoga Falls Cabaret. Great impersonation of Cher.
No, he doesn't live here.
Well then, why don't you turn his old room into an Airbnb? Lots of people are doing it and making a lot of money.
A lot of money?
Well, you know, I could do a makeover similar to what I did with your bedroom. Tell me, are you pleased with the way I spruced it up?
Oh, yes. Putting in that toll gate was such a practical idea.
Are you enjoying your new waterbed? Is it comfortable to sleep on?
Sleep? I wouldn't know.
Well, I'll just run up and take a look at Alvin's room and get some measurements. Oh, don't bother to show me up, dear. I'll just follow the path in the carpet.
Oh, there must be someone who can help me now. Ah, I know. I know. My rich Uncle Waldo, who lives upstairs. Uncle Waldo. Uncle Waldo.
I'll be right down. I just got a little hitch in my get along. Okie dokie. Here goes.
Uncle Waldo, are you all right?
Am I breathing?
Yes.
Then I'm all right. Oopsie daisy.
Uncle Waldo, please, sit down. I have to talk to you about something.
All right.
Now, this is very important, Uncle Waldo, that I talk to you about...
All right, Marion, I have what I need. I'll come back with some sketches. Is that your Uncle Waldo? Is he dead?
Not yet, but if he keeps this up, you may have 2 rooms to decorate.
Well, just let me know. I'm always up for a twofer. Or down for a threesome.
Bye, Donna. Uncle Waldo, I'm your niece, and I love you very much, and I want to take care of you. So, dear, sweet Uncle Waldo, would you pretty please, with sugar on top, give me $5,000?
No, I haven't got time now. I gotta get ready for my big, heavy date.
A heavy date? Who with?
My fiancé.
Fiancé? If he gets married, I'll never see that money. Who's that?
It must be my fiancé. I'm coming, darling.
Wait, Uncle Waldo, listen to me now. Harder. Listen to me, Uncle Waldo. Don't marry her, Uncle Waldo, please, don't. Leave your family fortune in the family with me. Please, you must. Don't be taken in by a shapely leg and a turn of a lovely ankle. Why, all this cheap floozy wants you for is your money. And all she can offer you is her sexy body. Who is it? Why, it's Mother Marcus, Canoga Falls freelance yenta.
Hello, Marion. And there's my intended
my Beshert. Oh, an oldie but a goodie.
Is this my honeymoon?
No, no, no. Shame on you. No hanky-panky before the nuptials. Not so much afterwards either. Listen, before we do anything else, I want you to do something for me first. Sit down, darling. I want you to do something here. For you. Here's a piece of paper. Just put your Jacob Shlomowitz on there like a nice boy for me, please.
Wait, just a minute. What is that he's signing?
His new will.
If he signs that, there's no more money for me. I'm out in the cold. Please, Uncle Waldo, you can't marry her.
So why not?
Because it would be a mixed marriage. You're Jewish and he's 94.
How do you spell my last name?
I saw your son Alvin leaving earlier. Oy vey. You know, I never hear from my son. Remember my boy? Morton Michael Marcus? 30 years ago, I gave him a pen for his bar mitzvah. I haven't heard from him since. I'm verklempt.
There, it's all signed.
Please, Mother Marcus, I need money. I'm being blackmailed.
Oh, pish tush. Who'd blackmail a nice, neurotic shiksa like you?
That's who.
You got the money? Or am I gonna have to show the photo?
Oh, please, don't show the photo.
Excuse me, can I take a gander at the photo? I'm getting a nice likeness of Milo Farkas. Who's the other guy?
That's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, Uncle Waldo, give me $5,000.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you.
I'm tired of all this yelling. I'll get the money and give it to you, and we can have it all straightened out and,
Hurry! Hurry! Hurry!
Huh? Okie dokie. There's a safe behind the picture on the wall. I'll just get that down and get you the money, and you can get off of my back. Watch out! It's gone. Oh, I forgot. It's behind the other picture above the stairs.
Hurry!
Okie dokie. I'll just go to the other picture.
Hurry!
Okie dokie. Here it is. Now, I just gotta open it up. 2 to the right. 3 to the left. 974 to the right. Okie dokie. Here goes. One.
I got a better idea.
Oh, by golly. That was easy. Here you go, Marion.
Thank you, Uncle Waldo. Here, Godfather, here's your 10 grand. I hope I never hear from you again.
Wait a minute. This money's got little choo-choos on them.
Uncle Waldo, this is Monopoly money.
Oh, goody. I own Boardwalk. And Park Place.
Hey, you can't pull this on the Godfather. You're gonna get it.
No!
Hey, wait a minute, you no good Nick. I'll give you... Wait. Look, that's not Don Provolone. That's my long-lost son, Morton Michael Marcus.
crazy lady? I'm Italian. Come on, give me the money.
But I don't have the cash.
Oh, all right. Write a check. Here's a pen.
Wait a minute. Oy vey, this is the proof in the kugel. This is the bar mitzvah pen I gave you 30 years ago. Look. It's still leaking. This is my son, Morton Michael Marcus.
Your mama.
Morton, my son.
Wait, before you smother him in motherly love, there's something I have to say.
What is it that Marion has to say? And what about Mother Marcus? Now that she's found her son, that's a godfather, will she cook a filter fettuccine? Will Marion's pictures ever be published in Playboy? Or will she just have to accept the offer from Popular Mechanics? For answers to these and equally senseless questions, turn into tomorrow at the same time as the stomach turns. As the Stomach Turns was directed by Elisa Kaplan Center. Starring Debbie Drennan as Marion. Shelley Rounds as Don Provolone. Julie Christian as Alvin. Bill Reed as Uncle Waldo. Robin LaValle as Mother Marcus. And Lee McMorris as Donna. Thank you. Well, that's about it for tonight's Cavalcade Stars of Comedy. Tomorrow morning, when you tune in to KLWV, the format will be all news, all the time. What's this? Oh. This just in. Tonight's lineup of shows has been picked up for television by the Columbia Broadcasting Systems. Yes, we will be coming to you on the small screen, and I will be hosting the nightly news. Eat your hearts out, Huntley and Brinkley. This is
Heather Wallace, your station manager. And
I'm Mark Schwartz, your announcer. We'll see all of you on television, but we hope you all had fun, right? Just give me another moment, though, as always, the show doesn't go on without a lot of people to thank, especially the production manager. No show without Joe Selikoff. And on lights, audio, and additional sound, Mike Drennan. Other special people to thank are all listed in your program. We do want to give a special shout out, though, to our Foley artists, Joe Brown, Lynn Murphy, and Steve Nagelski. Wasn't that fun? They were great. Also, a special thanks to our understudies who came to every rehearsal not knowing if they'd get on stage or they might even be in a play. Let's hear it for Susan Edelman, Helen Baldwin, Sharon Goldwasser, Jeff Weisberg, and Alan Williams. And a personal thank you, of course, always to Barbara Powell, our president, for all she does. Thank you, Barbara. Everybody, good night, and we'll see you all next month for the vocal stylings of Debbie Blackwell Cook next time through.